That's dealing heavy damage onto Redgar. And there's still a minute 10 on the clock. Plenty of time for this attacking side of KRÜ to make a choice.
They've already managed to isolate NagZ. That was one of the things that I think X10 did incredibly well, was just picking him off and not allowing those A-site stacks to really work out.
He wants to duel pretty soon. That armor's about to disappear. He's about to lose his overheal. And indeed, it will go down back to 100.
They're buying quite a lot of time. This is going to end up as an A-site push, and in terms of utility, in terms of stars, there's not a whole lot left for Redgar to play with. In fact, he's just tried to retrieve one, but whether it'll be available in time will be a completely different story altogether, as they're going to look to try and pressure him. He's still in the same spot, but they haven't actually spotted him. Finally will be cleared out. In fact, so will the majority of the team. Chronicle had a fantastic first map, but good luck, bud.
Yeah, it's going to have to be the 1v4, and he's already been spotted on his way through heaven. I'll be ready to face him together. NagZ down below, waiting for contact with one of his teammates, and they'll just triple peek into this. Little shock dart to push him back. I mean, look, you got low HP on some of these players, but it's going to be hard to find that value. Going to connect those headshots almost instantly. And it will not happen this time.
And then they have the Cypher cam of NagZ as well, just spotting if anybody does make a move up short. So it may seem like, oh wow, Gambit are really passive here. They know a lot more than you think.
There's so much utility defense. Yeah, the fact that they've got these Astral Stars, the fact that they have their camera there. The Hunter's Fury's finding nothing. In goes Redgar, and down he goes right away. keznit with another opening duel, and it looks like KRÜ are having a pretty easy time over this A site. I don't know that Defo can really do anything from here. Maybe a spam through the floor. They'll hope to find their target, but missing the mark. KRÜ of a 4v3 post plant.
Yeah, fantastic entries. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression from Redgar. A bit surprised, especially as he's normally the one to try and delay with the stars. The fact is, though, the afterplant positions are looking strong from KRÜ. There is a lot of work for Gambit still to do.
They know there's a player close. The flash connected. Good return. Defo on a triple. And sure, Sheydos will fall to the Nano Swarm, but they know where Mazino is now. Oh, but he connects them both! The spray down is clean!
They can afford to almost burn a bit of it in the early stages of the round. The problem now, though, is that lockdown. It's going to hold them back at least for a moment. Look at Redgar. He's tried to push through. They were ready for it. They don't actually manage to get the opener either. And the remaining players haven't actually moved. They're, in fact, all within the site, just waiting for the push to come in. Still, though, the entry goes the way of Delzik. The trade not quite there just yet. And, well, for the attackers, they have to fall back. There's nothing here for them anymore.
They've realized that there were two players there, but Gambit make the very quick read. They know that that's what KRÜ are likely to do, so they run back over, cover their mid-push, make sure they can't get through market or be main. But the problem is, KRÜ double-faked it. They've waited it out, and with 20 seconds or so left on the clock, they're going to be blitzing into A completely open.
There are players moving back, though. And the cross was being held, but actually Defo's moved away. The dart is going to give away the game. They will know that there's players already within the site. The spike being planted, well, it doubles down on what they were thinking. And now they're waiting for the rotation of NagZ to come back through.
That's going to be a really tough one. Yeah, KRÜ have just got all the nooks and crannies occupied. As Gambit look to drop on out of heaven, they'll be in a lot of trouble. With the time ticking away, they need to make a move. They need to start covering off these positions. The camera spots one down below, doesn't grab the tag. keznit getting aggressive, dismissing after another connection by Mazino, and it's all left to Chronicle. 16 health in a dream, and it turns to a nightmare quickly. 4 rounds for KRÜ. Off to another steaming start. Massive value because teams blindly run into map control and end up getting overwhelmed. But time and time again, KRÜ are leaving at most one player, but actually, hold on, Mazino's got the spike.
That
I shouldn't have said anything.
Was perfect. They've got the res as well. Weaponry has been collected, and the MitchMan curse looks to come through this time for KRÜ, as they have got so much control at the moment. This hasn't even become a battle for the site anymore. This becomes a battle for the rest of it. And that cam has actually spotted the player, or at least it should have done. It becomes a bit of an awkward battle, and actually, NagZ is somewhat losing it. He has taken a fair amount of damage. They've got utility to try and pull them out of position, which will work out, and at least make this one look possible. But with Sheydos taken off the head of Delzik, both remaining players so desperately low, surely there's no way KRÜ bring this back.
Klaus does his best with the turret to find the info, but as NagZ falls and 20 HP remaining on Klaus, looks like a strong breeze will take him down. Don't think we're getting away with much here, and nor does he, as he backs off to save this rifle.
10 seconds left.
Looks like if he keeps going, he'll get away with it, but he's about to take a face into Redgar, who now has a nice free upgrade for him down there on the floor.
Come to this guy, incredible stuff, and he's going to win the duel versus keznit. This aggression that was so successful in some of the early rounds from the Reyna has ended up being a little bit of a burden. Unable to find anything, but Klaus will respond. Bring it back into a 4v4 scenario, and you can see instantly, KRÜ just slow it down.
They absolutely do. Slowing the pace, grouping up. Going to be a 2-2 push into the A site, main and short. They haven't spotted Redgar crossover, but they'll have an idea that he could be here, and now they've spotted him indeed. This is going to be tough for him to even get out of here. He's getting aggressive. He's trying to take the duels, but he'll be caught on the retreat. With that opening, they're going to pick up the pace, run in towards the side, and if Defo doesn't have something huge to show, there's a first, but that's all he'll get. KRÜ with the advantage, and their post plans have been strong thus far.
Yeah, they have the ultimates for it as well. Like a Hunter's Fury and a post plant, we know how impactful that can be. They've also got one or two more to spare. The Cosmic Divide, I don't know if it'll be utilized here. I'm a little bit worried though that Delzik is incredibly low on HP. A well-placed spam could be enough to end him, but there needs to be something and fast from the side of Gambit as they look to try and encroach on the space of their enemies again. KRÜ and these afterplants have been stellar, and for the side of Sheydos, he's just going to keep the gun.
Nobody gets over aggressive, man. They just don't give anything away. It's clean Valorant, and that's what we like to see. Sheydos is going to be looking to save this one over. Kind of needs to pick up the pace. Get away from there pretty quickly.
Easily.
Who cares about the operator, man? We get the Odin from Chronicle. Let's go, baby. Early spams. Deep recon actually gets
That's why I care about the operator, man.
Yeah, all right, okay. It is what it is. Nice little return by NagZ as well. So Defo not only gets the opening, but then Trailblazers to stun the player and allow NagZ to come out of that corner and catch another. They were trying to punish the operator, but they weren't expecting him to have a bodyguard.
And with the shutters already closed, they are watching this. They are ready. Any surprise that keznit tries to throw at them is just being watched for. A well-constructed round by Gambit, knowing exactly where the holes in their defense currently are, and only two players remaining. It's not far away. Mitch getting a little bit too excited. You know, he didn't lose that much HP, and instead, well, yeah, he should stand a chance at this point, but he still survives. Oh, he's still standing. I mean, lucky man. Not many players stand on the other side of a wall from Chronicle with an Odin, get revealed, and walk away to tell the tale, but it's only a matter of time, and eventually he'll be taken down. That Odin coming up big in this round. I have to say, though, this is...
30 seconds
okay, let's give Mazino a moment. 30 seconds. 1 versus 4, 70 HP, and 2 kills to his name.
He's on at the moment.
Yeah, but the time's going to be a real issue. He's sprinting to the A side, and there's no resistance there. Gambit are going to group up and try to retake this together. Now, a lot of problems for them, for Mazino, rather. The Recon's back online now. It just came back. That's going to give them the Odin wallbang ability. And with 70 HP, that is actually very, very dangerous. Typically, that Recon's going to go towards lower, and they've even spotted him now. They know exactly where he is, and they're just dropping, finishing him off after the flash. Well played by Gambit on the retake, sticking together. It's what we want to see, not giving them any opportunity to clutch.
Still, in a 1 versus 5, like, okay, the two kills, I'm actually not that bothered by. A kill there as well.
Y'all really gonna push into this? Up against an Odin, Hunter's Fury active, trying to hunt him down, but he's actually swapped position. Chronicle playing over towards Market, and Defo's the one on site. He's in a lot of trouble, though. Getting out of here is practically impossible. He still comes out with another kill, eliminating Delzik, taking the smokes out of the equation, and the retake, Chronicle has got his drone, he's got an Odin and a Hunter's Fury to play with. He's being covered up close by NagZ, who spotted NagZ. Lockdown, that's going to be a little bit of a thorn in the side. What's even worse than that is the player inside of main catching them off guard on the side angle. Redgar went down to Chronicle's Hunter's Fury, and now it's a 1v2. This is a disaster for Gambit. A clutch needed from NagZ, and time is not really on his side. Those players safely behind some cover so they can't be wall banged down, and they know exactly where he is, Tom. It's going to be so hard to get away with this one, and a well-played shot from NagZ closes it out.
Yeah, a messy spot on. I'd say that. They start hesitating a little bit. Push coming through. NagZ looking to try and find the opener, but he gets caught by Redgar pushing. Now, he didn't have one of the major weapons, so this risk is worth it. NagZ, he's just got straight through! Managing to find a couple, but the trades are good. Leaving it down to just one man, and it is closed out.
Certainly try it. That drone is so well timed. It hasn't... Oh, okay, it's turned around.
Hello.
All good. They've seen him. He's going to be tagged on the way back, and NagZ now stuck in the corner. No dash to play with. Shock darts coming in. He's 30 HP right right now, just dodging blind fire through smokes. Delzik tries to come in and help and catch them off guard, but they'd already switched direction, fallen back and held short. Left now into a 5v1.
Here we go
NagZ
again.
Eventually meeting his demise.
1v5, round 2. We saw this in the second pistol last time. keznit this time, I feel like the agent he has might actually help him out a little bit more. No longer on the Cypher. Now they're all going to be watching for this. He'd need some pretty incredible shots and already tagged desperately low. Of course, a single kill would benefit him at least a little bit, but chances slim. That is gross. He's even going to get the heal off of it. Nobody peeking in an attempt for the trade. They want to keep this crossfire going. At this time, it'll only be 2.
Yeah, but normally Chronicle would have went out there at least 4 double bounce shot dark. And yeah, Mazino gets more than he bargained for there. He's gonna just about get it up. Oh, this is dangerous. The drone goes up above. It gets the tag, and that completely forces them out of main. The sprays back and forth, not yet meeting any demise for either player. The recon reveals him. He falls back, and now here he comes yet again, tagged up to 25. Now things get very dangerous. Mazino has to be careful.
This is like nearly the first minute of the round. It's just been Odin spamming through walls, and the fact is the defenders haven't just been sitting there. They've also claimed some control. A last bullet shot and a spike in a pretty awkward position. I don't think the defense can really fight for it because it just wouldn't be worthwhile, but it is something that wastes more time, and KRÜ have wasted a lot of time in this round.
It's especially bad because Chronicle was the one going back for it with the Odin, so it's really tough to move quickly with that because you need so much setup time if you're going to take a ranged fight like that. And even if you are set up, you're probably going to lose that ranged fight, especially if it's NagZ firing off the way that he is. That's the man advantage now for KRÜ to play with, and only 30 seconds left on the clock. Still a lot of Astra stars waiting for them on A.
They've got 2 stars. Now they're going to clear this position, but not properly. 20 seconds left. He's going to look to try and play within the smoke, and Delzik shuts down 2 with the headshots. There is nothing that can be done here for Sheydos. He's going to go up above, and they're going to spam out the wall almost instantly. Mazino again.
The Odin health was left on Defo after just a spam from a Phantom. Thanks to that drone, Mazino is having one hell of a game, honestly. His utility has been on point thus far. Another tag coming through as NagZ hits 30. And they are really being deterred from pushing this B site. They'll change it up, but they're walking right into NagZ, who's having one hell of a map over on the previous. Yet to really reach that form again, and this drone, it hasn't spotted him. He's managed to sneak his way in. The spam gives it away, and he'll just back off now. Oh, he actually can't make it through.
Oh, they know Delzik is there. They know he's hiding in the smoke and almost try and bait it out. Redgar should have this timing on point. Clearing him is going to be so important. In fact, he's pushing back in, and he's still managing to get kills. The timing eventually works in his favor, and it's traded out into the 1 versus 1. A chance here, and the plant is not in the best of spots. NagZ is going to close out the round. You said he was a little bit quieter in this map, but when they needed him the most, he'll put an 11th on the board.
That's incredible. Someone took their knife out and ran at him. I don't know most of the round. So they know that nobody is at least pushed up on A, that the info isn't there to play with. Redgar takes a step back, pops down a smoke. They'll pressure short.
Gambit do have some ults in this round that they could look to try and use to give them an opportunity. They faked this in a little bit to A and did actually manage to pull a couple of rotations. This leaves things a little bit vulnerable, but bypassing through into this B site is going to be very difficult, especially again with Mazino just popping. 4 kills already. Redgar left as the late lurk coming through B. Mazino, he wants this ace. He wants to close this out single-handedly, and as he runs through, he can't quite get it, but still a fantastic round from him again.
Well, I'm hearing KRÜ get very loud. Can't understand what they're saying, but I guess Gambit can't either.
It becomes very difficult to actually find a way into the site if your initial bait ideas and your utility is not really working out for you. There's no brute force option for Gambit. And again, we're seeing these slow takes, 35 seconds. As of right now, they have mid.
Yeah, and even then, it's contested quite heavily. keznit gonna just dismiss out of there. A little jump to make sure he catches it. Rez coming through. Does keznit want to get aggressive on this? Yes, he does! And he's not quite gonna catch them, but he's slowing them down. He's harassing them in the back lines. 20 seconds left as they make their way forward. Up goes NagZ, no knives connecting. Klaus, though, going huge. The nano keeping them back, and this is already done! KRÜ walk out!